as long as I can remember, it's always been like this. Ever since I was a child, creating something is a bit of therapy. If I don't create something, I get slightly depressed. I simply have to have some sort of creative output. And I've tried many things, but for me, it is product design. Creating something is my drug. What I discovered when I studied car design or transportation design is that the process of creating, for instance, a car takes 8 years from initial sketch to final production, and I don't have the patience for that. And also, I early on in my design schooling found out that I can't be stuck in front of a computer all the time, or else I get slightly depressed. So I needed to find a balance where I would do the hand sketching, I would do the prototyping. Of course, you're bound to do some CAD work or computer work, and I'm good at that. But I need the balance of being, with the paper, with the computer, and building stuff. And when you're in these large industries like for instance car industry, then they need to figure out what is it exactly you're good at and trying to get you to do that one thing all the time. And that's not for me. So I like when the design process is way shorter, going from idea to a physical thing. Like I mentioned, that's my drug. Then furniture and lighting, and that's a good way of doing it, because going from my initial idea into something, I could do quite a lot of it, and I understand, because it's not rocket science. It's an art for sure, but it's not like as complicated as doing a car or a stereo or something where you're very dependent on engineers or people who have other skills. So I really love the idea of being able to go from idea to something fairly quickly.
I mean, I've met a lot of designers over the years, and you're one of the very few who are completely addicted to prototyping. As you say, that initial phase of kind of conceiving an idea, the concept is very short. You really want to start constructing, building, playing materials very early on. You are a hands-on designer.
Yeah, it's just stop talking, start building. It's just, it's the way to go. Because the truth is, you have all these tools, you have 3D renderings, and you have all these, and people are talking about AI stuff now, and like, nothing beats just putting the thing in front of the people. See, here it is. Let's stop talking about whether it works or doesn't work. It's right here. And that's the cool thing about prototyping. It might be that whatever you're doing it's not perfect. It might be really rough. It might be done in the wrong way. But when there's something physical in the room, people start solving all whatever issues it might have. If I send off a PDF to some CEO or some factory or something, then they're gonna go, okay, this seems tricky or hard. I predict these problems. They can just click the button and it disappears, or they can put the drawing in the drawer. But if you made something and put the physical prototype in the room, then they're gonna start solving it. I've tried this so many times where it said it can't be done, it's too difficult. Then I made a prototype. It might have been a rough prototype, but I put it in the factory, and then all the factory workers or the craftsmen or something, they start gathering around it. And initially they might be laughing, say, hey, you did it the wrong way. But then initially they start solving the issues. And they don't do that if you send them a rendering or a PDF or whatever. So that's the magic of physical prototyping.